My name is Charlotte and I run an online platform called Unite UK looking at tackling LGBTQ+ issues. I have been asked to talk about my experience with mental health, so I'm just going to get straight into it because it's such a hard topic to talk about, and I've never really spoken about this publicly, so it's going to be an experience for everyone, I guess. I was diagnosed with scoliosis at the age of 13-14 and had major spinal surgery at the age of 15, so at a young age I went through quite a traumatic experience, and to say it had a knock-on effect is an understatement. I had to overcome having titanium rods in my back, so my posture is amazing, but I had titanium rods inserted into my back, and it meant I missed out on a lot of school, and I became very distant from my friends. And obviously whilst I was recovering, I developed, well, it's not obvious, but I developed an eating disorder, and I just stopped eating basically. I just didn't want to eat. I became very lost within myself at a young age. Going through something so big had a massive impact on who I was as a person, and I couldn't go running around with my friends. I couldn't go to the park. I couldn't do anything like kids do because I was recovering, and it was hard to say the least. For a few months, I want to say, I should have been getting better, but I wasn't, and I started to really think about who I was as a person, and that time of recovery I was questioning my sexuality because I had so much time on my hands, and with so much going on I think I just lost who I was as a person. I didn't have my friends around because they were all at school and I was stuck at home, and I got into a dark place, and like I said, I stopped eating, which meant I was sleeping all the time because I had no energy, but luckily for me I have an amazing mom, and she saw the struggles I was going through, and for a few years I concerned her massively, because this wasn't a few weeks, this went on for a good 2 to 3 years where I wasn't eating properly. And it got to the point where my mom forced me to go see a dietitian, and they started to help me eat more again and actually realise what had happened and why I was not eating and all this. And I think I came to the realisation as well that there was something going on with me and I needed to fix it. So I did that around my GCSEs, which is great. When you haven't got enough pressure, you've got to now deal with all this. Looking back on it now and saying it out loud and admitting that I had all these problems going on, it's a moment to say the least, but I'm happy that I've gone through it because I now know how to deal with myself, but at the points where I had my lowest times, I didn't think it would get better. I isolated myself to the point where I didn't want to leave the house. I didn't want to be with anyone. I just wanted to live in my own little bubble and not have to deal with the stress of anyone else. And I really think that shaped me as a person who I am today. I'm very isolated. Anyway, I don't like being around people that much. Maybe that's just me. I remember thinking that this was it and this was my life, and I'm always going to be this introverted person, never going to be loved, and all these things that you think sometimes. So stupid to think it would never get better, because I'm here, I'm 22, I've got a job, I've got a girlfriend, I have an online platform, I've got a purpose, and at 16 I never thought I would have been in this position. So important to trust your journey and know the path you're on is going to take you to places, because I honestly feel like the last 6 months I've only just started living, because I've come to terms with who I am, and I've come to terms with what's gone on in my past and how I can't change that, and I shouldn't be angry anymore that I've missed out on all these opportunities because I've still got my whole life ahead of me. So I think it's always important to remember that it does get better and that you need to be the changing factor in your life. If I wasn't to admit that I had a problem, or I was not doing anything wrong that was affecting me, I could still be in that position today where I feel so low. It's important to admit to yourself sometimes when you need help and that you want things to change, because as soon as you open yourself to change or reach out for help, help comes. And I'm so thankful that I have a supportive background and that it got better, because I don't know what I would have done.